Debt is often seen as a double-edged sword, a powerful tool that can either catapult someone to extreme wealth or leave them bankrupt overnight. In this video, we'll explore how the rich use debt strategically to accumulate more wealth and how this force can drive their dreams and endeavors. The rich build empires. The history of debt goes back centuries, with notable examples such as John D. Rockefeller, who, in today's dollar terms, amassed a fortune of $400 billion. Born the son of a farmer and a high school dropout, Rockefeller did not come from a wealthy family. His journey to becoming the richest man in America, surpassing contemporary names such as Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, and Elon Musk, began with a humble job as an assistant accountant. School may not have taught Rockefeller about finance, but his work as an accountant gave him a deep understanding of the business world. Knowing that the key to generating wealth lay in startup capital, he took out a $1,000 loan from his father. This small agricultural commodities trading business was the starting point. In 2 years, he turned that initial debt into a profit of $17,000. The oil revolution. In the following years, the oil industry began to emerge, and Rockefeller saw an opportunity. Kerosene was a valuable commodity, but it was expensive to extract using coal. With an innovative approach, Rockefeller replaced coal with gasoline and produced his own barrels at a reduced cost. This innovation caught the attention of bankers and lenders, who began to offer loans on more favorable terms. The creditors' confidence allowed Rockefeller to use the debt strategically to acquire smaller competitors and create an oil monopoly. This monopoly guaranteed him significant discounts on rail transportation costs, allowing kerosene to be affordable even for low-income families. By the 1870s, Rockefeller, a farmer's son, had become a millionaire by the age of 31, and his company, Standard Oil, refined 90% of the oil in the United States. Commitment to debt. One of Rockefeller's most notable characteristics was his discipline in always paying his debts on time, but he never hesitated to take out new loans when he saw opportunities for growth. The mentality of the rich. While most people think about salaries and savings, the rich use advanced financial strategies. Although they are known for their luxurious mansions, expensive cars, and extravagant vacations, many don't know that the rich don't pay for all of this with their salaries. In 2021, Elon Musk revealed a secret in a tweet. "I only own stocks, so the only way I can personally pay taxes is by selling stocks." This tweet, although simple, reveals a strategy used by the ultra-rich. They keep their wealth in assets, such as shares, and use low-interest loans to finance their lifestyle. This not only allows them to enjoy a high standard of living, but also keeps their assets growing. In this video, you'll learn how these tactics can be applied to your own financial life, using debt intelligently to build your own empire. Elon Musk, known for his lavish lifestyle and billion-dollar net worth in Tesla shares, takes a unique financial approach. Although he owns Tesla shares worth billions of dollars, he doesn't sell these shares and still manages to sustain a high-end lifestyle. Musk's secret lies in borrowing money against his shares, using debt as a strategic tool. Benefits of Musk's strategy. This method has several benefits. Firstly, by borrowing money instead of selling his shares, Musk avoids paying capital gains tax. Loans are not considered taxable income, which means he can use the borrowed money without attracting taxes, keeping more capital in his bank account. Secondly, he preserves his Tesla shares, which can continue to appreciate in value. By using his shares as collateral to obtain loans, Musk creates what some call an everlasting line of credit. How the loan cycle works. Let's assume that Musk obtains a loan at an interest rate of 6%. The only thing he needs to guarantee is that the value of Tesla's shares grows by at least 6%. When the time comes to repay the debt, he can take out another loan against the same shares and repay the first debt. This cycle repeats itself, allowing Musk to maintain a continuous flow of capital without having to sell his shares, living a life that many can only dream of. The rich in real estate investments. The rich have a different approach to the real estate market. While most ordinary people Think about paying off the mortgage on a single house. The rich borrow to buy several properties around the world, many of which they don't even live in. A striking example is Elon Musk, who in 2018 borrowed $61 million to buy 5 houses in California, even though he could pay for them in advance. The strategy behind real estate loans. So why do rich people borrow money to buy property, even when they have the resources to pay for it up front? The answer lies in the tax benefits. Debt means tax exemption. Let's understand this logic better with an example. Suppose you find a property worth $1 million. You decide to borrow 80% of the value from the bank and raise the remaining 20% from investors. Suppose the annual costs of paying off the debt and maintaining the property are $120,000. If you can rent the property for $140,000 a year, you will make a profit of $20,000 without investing your own money. Tax advantages and depreciation. The best part of this income is that it can be tax-free due to depreciation. Depreciation is an assumed cost of wear and tear on the property that you are legally allowed to deduct from your income. Even if there is no actual cash outflow, you can depreciate the building at an industry standard rate, often around 3.63% per year. This means you can deduct this amount from your income, reducing your tax burden and increasing your profitability. Conclusion: the strategic use of debt by people like Elon Musk exemplifies how the wealthy maximize their resources and minimize taxes. Whether through borrowing against shares or investing in property, these financial strategies allow them to maintain and grow their wealth efficiently and intelligently. Learning from these examples can offer valuable insights for anyone wishing to optimize their personal finances and achieve their own financial goals. The depreciation of $1 million divided by 39 years results in approximately $25,641 per year. This means that the annual depreciation is greater than the income of $20,000, resulting in a tax loss of $5,641. However, you will still have $20,000 in your bank account to spend as you wish. The rich don't get things mixed up. When Elon Musk decided to buy Twitter, he borrowed $13 billion, even though his net worth was close to $250 billion. To many, this may seem counterintuitive, since someone with that much money could surely afford to pay $13 billion up front. However, there was a well-thought-out strategy behind this loan: leveraged buyouts. This type of transaction is known as a leveraged buyout, or LBO. In an LBO, the money lent is secured by the assets of the acquired company, which in this case was Twitter. The lenders lend the money, hoping that the acquired company will be profitable and that its future cash inflows will pay off the debt. Musk didn't just acquire Twitter for financial reasons, but also because he saw it as a way of promoting social change and guaranteeing freedom of expression. However, by structuring the deal in this way, he limited his risk to Twitter's equity. If the company fails, the creditors can only recover the loan by selling Twitter's assets without affecting Musk's personal finances. Protection of personal assets. By taking out this debt, Elon Musk has ensured that his personal assets are protected and that all his companies maintain their separate legal entities. Creditors cannot demand that he sell his Tesla shares, ensuring that even if Twitter fails, Musk can still continue to live his luxurious lifestyle. The rich generate liquidity. The rich have a unique approach to their assets. They love to acquire assets and keep them for the long term, often passing them on to the next generation. They understand that the value of these assets tends to increase over time, preferring to keep their families safe and debt-free. However, this doesn't mean that they ignore multi-billion-dollar investment opportunities that arise, creating liquidity through debt. While their own money remains invested in illiquid assets, the wealthy generate liquidity through debt to take advantage of lucrative business opportunities. A notable example is Mukesh Ambani, chairman of Reliance Industries, who in April 2023 borrowed $5.5 billion for a nationwide 5G rollout in India. This amount represents less than 7% of his total net worth, showing how the wealthy use debt strategically to continue expanding their businesses without compromising their core assets. Conclusion: these examples illustrate how debt can be a powerful tool when used strategically, whether it's to preserve personal wealth, as Elon Musk did when he acquired Twitter, or to create liquidity and seize new business opportunities, as Mukesh Ambani demonstrated. The wealthy understand how to use debt to maximize their resources and ensure continued growth. These strategies can offer valuable insights for anyone interested in optimizing their finances and achieving their own goals of wealth and success. Mr. Ambani's 27-story house, known as Antilia, is worth approximately $2 billion. In addition, he owns properties in various parts of the world. Combining just a few of these properties, he could easily have paid for the 5G rollout without having to take out any loans. However, Ambani chose to borrow to ensure that his assets were left as an inheritance to his 3 children, Akash, Anand, and Isha. 5G deployment and economic growth. Mr. Ambani has a clear vision of 5G's potential for the Indian economy, expected to contribute up to 2% of India's GDP by 2030. The implementation of 5G could result in economic growth of $180 billion. As a telecommunications giant, Ambani understands the importance of this opportunity better than anyone. Giving it up for lack of liquidity is not an option for someone with his entrepreneurial vision. He prefers to borrow now and pay back with the future profits generated by 5G, rather than allowing other telecom companies to capture his market share. Strategies of the rich with debt, Mark Zuckerberg, and the low-rate mortgage. In 2012, when Mark Zuckerberg bought a house, he opted for a mortgage and got an interest rate of just 1.05%, while the average interest rate for mortgages was around 2.76%. If you're wondering why Zuckerberg got such a discount rate, the answer lies in his net worth. At the time, he was worth $15.6 billion, and bankers had no doubt that he would repay the loan. Because of the low risk involved in lending to Zuckerberg, the banks were able to minimize the interest rate for him. Benefits of Zuckerberg's strategy. This deal brought Zuckerberg several advantages. Firstly, he was able to move immediately into the house he wanted and will continue to live there for as long as he wants. Secondly, by investing his own money in higher-yielding investments, he was able to make substantial profits, even after paying off the interest on the debt. Thirdly, by spreading the house payment over the next 30 years, he ensured that the real value of these payments would only be a fraction of their current value due to inflation. Maximizing opportunities. By not immobilizing his capital, Zuckerberg was able to take advantage of high-return opportunities by postponing expenses and reducing his costs in inflation-adjusted terms. This strategy demonstrates how the wealthy use debt not only to preserve their assets, but also to maximize their investment opportunities and financial growth. Conclusion: these examples illustrate how the wealthy use debt strategically to increase their wealth and protect their assets. Whether by implementing revolutionary technologies such as 5G, as Mukesh Ambani did, or by obtaining low-interest mortgages to free up capital for more lucrative investments, as Mark Zuckerberg did, the key is to use debt as a tool to achieve long-term financial and business goals. These strategies not only protect their wealth, but also allow them to continue expanding their fortunes and seizing new opportunities.